When most people think about the United Kingdom, their minds immediately jump to England. From the majestic Tower Bridge in London, or the stunning Big Ben, to the breathtaking Seven Sisters Cliffs in Sussex. But the UK is far more than just England. This island nation is made up of 4 distinct countries: England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, each offering its own breathtaking sights and unique character. In Scotland, the dramatic landscapes of the Highlands stretch as far as the eye can see, with towering mountains, deep glens, and shimmering lochs that feel almost otherworldly. In Wales, the towering peaks of Snowdonia National Park offer breathtaking views and some of the best hiking in the UK. And in Northern Ireland, the striking columns of the Giant's Causeway tell a geological story millions of years old, creating one of the most unique coastal landscapes in Europe. In this video, we'll uncover the most beautiful places to visit in the UK. Some are iconic landmarks, others are hidden gems, but all of them highlight the diversity and unforgettable charm of this remarkable corner of the world. Our journey begins in the beautiful county of Devon, a region that perfectly captures the charm of England's southwest. Devon is blessed with golden beaches, dramatic cliffs, and rolling countryside, making it a paradise for both nature lovers and history enthusiasts. One of its most magical treasures is the village of Clovelly. Famous for its steep cobbled streets, traditional cottages, and sweeping views of the Bristol Channel, this car-free fishing village feels like a living postcard. Traveling south, the Dart River Boat Marina and Harbour in Kingswear showcases Devon's vibrant maritime heritage. Lined with colorful boats and set against the backdrop of the River Dart, it's the ideal spot to enjoy a ferry ride across to Dartmouth, or simply soak in the coastal atmosphere. Beyond these gems, Devon offers lively seaside towns like Torquay on the English Riviera. The cathedral city of Exeter, and the dramatic cliffs of the Jurassic Coast at Sidmouth, where millions of years of history are written into the rocks. With its blend of charming villages, historic cities, and breathtaking coastal scenery, Devon is a truly unforgettable first stop on our journey. Our journey now takes us to the Outer Hebrides, a chain of islands off the northwest coast of Scotland that feels like another world. Remote, rugged, and breathtakingly beautiful, these islands offer some of the most unspoiled landscapes in the United Kingdom. One of the highlights is the island of Harris, famous for its sweeping white sand beaches such as Llanudno, where turquoise waters meet wide open skies, creating a scene that looks more like the Caribbean than Scotland. To the north lies Lewis, the largest island of the Hebrides, steeped in history and dramatic scenery. Along its rugged western coastline stands the spectacular Stack of Fries Arch, an immense sea arch carved by centuries of Atlantic wind and waves, offering one of the most striking viewpoints in Scotland. Not far away, you'll find the mysterious Callanish Standing Stones, an ancient stone circle older than Stonehenge, and one of the most important archaeological sites in Britain. Lewis is also home to the dramatic cliffs of the Butt of Lewis, crowned by a solitary lighthouse that stands guard over the wild Atlantic. Around the island, you'll find traditional crofting villages and a vibrant Gaelic culture that continues to thrive in daily life. Further south, on Barra, the picturesque Kissimul Castle rises from the sea on its own rocky islet, a fitting symbol of the Outer Hebrides' unique and enduring beauty. With its mix of natural beauty, ancient history, and rich culture, the Outer Hebrides offers a truly unforgettable stop on our journey. Staying in Scotland, our journey continues north to the Orkney Islands, a captivating archipelago where ancient history and dramatic coastal scenery come together. Just off the northern tip of the mainland, Orkney feels remote yet welcoming, offering a fascinating blend of prehistoric sites, Viking heritage, and stunning natural beauty. At the heart of Orkney's history is the Heart of Neolithic Orkney, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that includes the Ring of Brodgar, a vast stone circle shrouded in mystery. And the Standing Stones of Stennis, thought to be one of the earliest stone circles in Britain. These ancient monuments provide a remarkable glimpse into the spiritual and ceremonial life of people who lived here more than 5,000 years ago. Nature lovers will be drawn to the soaring Old Man of Hoy, a towering sea stack rising dramatically from the Atlantic, and the rugged cliffs of Yesnaby, where seabirds wheel above crashing waves. With its combination of ancient monuments, windswept coastlines, and rich cultural heritage, the Orkney Islands are a place where Scotland's past and present meet in unforgettable ways. Leaving Scotland behind, our journey now takes us into Wales, a country known for its rugged coastlines, medieval castles, and charming seaside towns. And few places capture the beauty of Wales better than the colorful town of Tenby. Perched along the Pembrokeshire coast, Tenby is often described as one of the prettiest seaside towns in the United Kingdom. Its pastel-painted houses line the cliff tops, overlooking golden sandy beaches and the sparkling waters of Carmarthen Bay. The town is enclosed by medieval stone walls, a reminder of its rich history, while its narrow streets are filled with cafes, shops, and galleries that invite you to wander at a slower pace. The heart of Tenby is its harbor, where brightly painted boats rest against the tide and fishermen prepare their catch of the day. Watching the changing colors of the sky reflected in the water here is one of the most enchanting experiences in Wales. With its unique blend of history, charm, and seaside beauty, Tenby is a destination that perfectly captures the magic of coastal Wales and makes for an unforgettable stop on our journey. From the charming streets and colorful harbor of Tenby, our journey through Wales continues west to one of the country's most breathtaking natural treasures, the Gower Peninsula. The Gower holds the distinction of being the first place in Britain ever designated as an area of outstanding natural beauty, and it's not hard to see why. This peninsula is a paradise of sweeping sandy beaches, dramatic limestone cliffs, and rolling green countryside. At its heart lies the world-famous Rosylley Bay, a vast stretch of golden sand often ranked among the best beaches in Europe. With views stretching out to the Worm's Head, a tidal island that juts dramatically into the sea, it's a place that perfectly captures the raw beauty of the Welsh coastline. Beyond Rosylley, the Gower offers hidden gems like Three Cliffs Bay, where a winding river meets the sea beneath towering cliffs. Whether you're walking the coastal paths, enjoying the surf, or simply taking in the views, the Gower Peninsula feels like a corner of Wales that has remained beautifully untouched. From the rugged coastlines of Wales, we journey now across the Irish Sea to Northern Ireland, a land of dramatic seascapes and timeless charm. One of the most captivating stops along the famous Causeway coast is the picturesque Ballintoy Harbour, a place that feels like it belongs in another era. Nestled at the end of a narrow, winding road, Ballintoy is a small fishing harbor surrounded by dramatic cliffs and striking rock formations. The scene is as peaceful as it is dramatic. Brightly painted boats bob gently in the water, seabirds wheel overhead, and the restless Atlantic crashes against the rocks beyond. For fans of Game of Thrones, Ballintoy is instantly recognizable. The harbor was used as the setting for the port of Pike, the stronghold of House Greyjoy. Just along the coast, the dramatic ruins of Dunluce Castle, perched on the edge of a sheer cliff, were also used to represent Pike Castle, adding to the epic and foreboding imagery of the Greyjoys' seat of power. A short distance away lies another icon of the coast, the Carrick Reed Rope Bridge. Originally built by fishermen over 250 years ago, this rope bridge stretches nearly 100 feet above the sea, linking the mainland to a tiny island. Crossing it is both thrilling and unforgettable, offering sweeping views of the coastline and the wild Atlantic beyond. With its blend of natural beauty, cinematic history, and centuries of heritage, Ballintoy Harbour and its surroundings are among the most remarkable and unmissable places in Northern Ireland. From the windswept cliffs of Ballintoy Harbour, our journey along Northern Ireland's Causeway coast brings us to its most legendary wonder, the Giant's Causeway. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is one of the most extraordinary natural landmarks in the world, drawing travelers from across the globe to marvel at its unique beauty. The Giant's Causeway is made up of around 40,000 interlocking basalt columns, created by volcanic activity nearly 60 million years ago. The stones form striking geometric patterns, with many shaped like perfect hexagons, stepping down into the Atlantic Ocean as if crafted by hand. Standing here, it's easy to see why myths surround this landscape. According to legend, the Irish giant Finn McCool built the causeway to cross the sea and face his Scottish rival, only for the confrontation to end in trickery rather than battle. Beyond the stones themselves, the surrounding cliffs and headlands offer some of the most breathtaking coastal views in Northern Ireland. Trails lead along the rugged coastline, where seabirds circle overhead, and the crashing waves create an unforgettable soundtrack. The Giant's Causeway has also captured the imagination of filmmakers, photographers, and storytellers alike, cementing its place as one of the true natural wonders of Europe. With its mix of geological marvel, ancient legend, and raw natural beauty, the Giant's Causeway is not only Northern Ireland's most famous landmark, but also one of the most unforgettable stops on our entire journey. Leaving Northern Ireland behind, our journey takes us back to England, where one of its most iconic natural landmarks awaits, the spectacular Seven Sisters Cliffs in Sussex. These dazzling white chalk cliffs stretch along the English Channel, their brilliant faces contrasting with the deep blue sea below and the rolling green hills above. They are called the Seven Sisters because the cliffs form 7 distinct peaks, each shaped by centuries of coastal erosion. Together, they create one of the most dramatic and recognizable coastlines in Britain. The best view is from Seaford Head, where the cliffs line up in all their glory. While nearby Beachy Head rises as Britain's tallest chalk cliff. On a clear day, the panorama is unforgettable, with ships passing along the channel and even glimpses of France in the distance. The area is also home to the charming Cuckmere Haven, where a winding river meets the sea against the backdrop of the cliffs. A scene so picturesque it has inspired countless painters and photographers. Timeless, wild, and unforgettable, the Seven Sisters Cliffs are one of the greatest natural treasures of England. Timeless, wild, and unforgettable, the Seven Sisters Cliffs are one of the greatest natural treasures of England. From the chalk cliffs of Sussex, our journey continues southwest to the breathtaking shores of Cornwall, a region defined by rugged headlands, golden beaches, and charming coastal towns. With more than 300 miles of coastline, Cornwall offers some of the most striking seascapes in the entire United Kingdom. One of the best-loved towns is St. Ives, where whitewashed cottages spill down towards sandy beaches and a bustling harbor. Once a traditional fishing town, it is now famous for its vibrant art scene and galleries, but it has never lost its seaside charm. Just beyond the town lies Porthmeor Beach, a wide golden stretch beloved by surfers and families alike, where rolling waves meet the Atlantic and sunsets paint the sky in vivid colors. Further along the coast, Cornwall reveals its wilder side. Dramatic cliffs rise above the sea, their rugged beauty shaped by centuries of wind and tide. On the south coast, the quaint village of Polruan boasts a small but scenic harbor, where colorful boats rest at anchor. Just across the water lies the historic town of Fowey, with its winding streets, literary heritage, and waterfront views that have inspired artists and writers for generations. With its blend of dramatic landscapes and picturesque seaside towns, Cornwall's coast is one of England's most enchanting and unforgettable destinations. From the golden shores of Cornwall, our journey now crosses the Solent to the charming Isle of Wight, often described as England's holiday island. With its mix of sandy beaches, chalk cliffs, and timeless seaside towns, the Isle of Wight has been a favorite escape for centuries. One of its most iconic landmarks is the Needles, a row of striking white chalk stacks rising dramatically from the sea at the island's western tip. Just nearby lies Alum Bay, famous for its vividly striped sand cliffs that create one of the most colorful and unique coastlines in Britain. The views here are breathtaking, and boat trips offer the chance to see the Needles and the bay from the water. The island's coast is dotted with classic seaside spots, such as Ventnor Beach, a sheltered bay backed by steep cliffs and a charming esplanade. With its Victorian terraces, subtropical plants, and golden sands, Ventnor has long been a favorite holiday escape, capturing the nostalgia of a traditional English seaside retreat. To the north, the lively town of Cowes is world-renowned for sailing. The bustling Cowes Marina, filled with yachts and racing boats, gives the town a vibrant nautical energy and makes it the heart of the island's maritime spirit. With its mix of dramatic landscapes, colorful coastlines, royal heritage, and seaside charm, the Isle of Wight is one of England's most unforgettable island destinations. From the peaceful charm of the Isle of Wight, our journey now heads back to the south coast of England, to one of its liveliest and most colorful seaside cities, Brighton. Often called the nation's pleasure capital, Brighton has been drawing visitors since the 18th century, when fashionable Londoners first came here for sea bathing, and today, it remains one of England's most vibrant coastal destinations. Officially, the city is called Brighton and Hove, after the two neighboring towns were combined and granted city status in the year 2000. But for most visitors, it's simply known as Brighton. At its heart lies the Brighton Palace Pier, lined with amusements, fairground rides, and food stalls, capturing the fun of a classic British seaside holiday. Just along the beach stand the haunting remains of the West Pier, once a grand Victorian landmark, now a skeletal silhouette rising from the waves. Just along the beach stand the haunting remains of the West Pier, once a grand Victorian landmark, now a skeletal silhouette rising from the waves. Its atmospheric ruins are one of the most photographed sights in the city, especially at sunset. Away from the coast, the Royal Pavilion offers a striking contrast with its onion domes, minarets, and lavish interiors, built as a seaside retreat for King George IV. Nearby, the famous lanes invite visitors to explore a maze of narrow streets filled with quirky boutiques, antique shops, and lively cafes. For a quieter experience, Brunswick Square Gardens offers a step back into Regency elegance. Surrounded by grand 19th-century townhouses, this leafy square is one of Brighton and Hove's most historic residential areas. To the east lies the impressive Brighton Marina, one of the largest marinas in Europe. Here, rows of yachts and sailing boats are set against a backdrop of modern shops, restaurants, and a relaxed waterfront atmosphere, making it a perfect spot to dine by the sea. And from the futuristic I-360 observation tower, rising an impressive 162 meters, 531 feet above the seafront, you can enjoy sweeping views across the city. The tower is officially the tallest moving observation tower in the world, with a glass viewing pod that gently glides up and down, offering a truly unique perspective of Brighton and its surrounding landscapes. With its seaside traditions, architectural gems, and bohemian spirit, Brighton and Hove remains one of England's most unique and unforgettable destinations. From the lively atmosphere of Brighton, our journey along England's southern coast continues west to Bournemouth, another beloved seaside resort. Famous for its golden beaches, elegant gardens, and vibrant cultural life, Bournemouth perfectly blends relaxation with activity. Stretching for 7 miles, Bournemouth's sandy shoreline is one of the finest in the UK. Backed by a lively promenade, the beaches are dotted with colorful huts, cafes, and traditional seaside attractions. At the heart of it all stands the Bournemouth Pier, with its amusements, arcades, and sweeping views across the bay. The pier is not just for strolling. It also offers adventure activities like climbing and zip-lining straight over the sea. Bournemouth also serves as the perfect gateway to the wider Dorset coast. Just a short journey away lies the spectacular Jurassic Coast, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where dramatic cliffs and fossil-filled beaches reveal millions of years of natural history. With its golden sands, lively seafront, and access to breathtaking coastal landscapes, Bournemouth is a jewel of England's south coast and an unforgettable stop on our journey. And here is a hidden gem in Wales, the elegant Llandudno Pier, one of the finest Victorian piers in the United Kingdom. Stretching gracefully out into the waters of the Irish Sea, this historic landmark captures the charm and nostalgia of a classic seaside holiday while offering stunning views of the surrounding coast. Built in the 19th century, Llandudno Pier is the longest in Wales, measuring over 700 meters. As you stroll along its wooden decking, you're surrounded by colorful kiosks, arcades, and traditional seaside stalls serving fish and chips, sweets, and ice cream. At the far end, the pier opens up to wide views of Great Orme to one side and the sweeping crescent of Llandudno Bay to the other, a sight that has enchanted visitors for generations. Standing proudly at the entrance is the iconic Grand Hotel, a landmark in its own right. With its commanding position at the foot of the Great Orme and beside the pier, the hotel adds to the town's unmistakable Victorian charm, reminding visitors of Llandudno's golden age as a fashionable seaside resort. What makes the pier so special is its unique blend of history and atmosphere. Its ornate ironwork, decorative lamps, and timeless design feel like stepping back into another era, yet it remains lively and welcoming to this day. From this hidden gem, we now head south to visit the capital of Wales, Cardiff, a city that beautifully blends history, culture, and modern energy. Often called the gateway to Wales, Cardiff has transformed from an industrial port into one of the UK's most exciting and welcoming destinations. At the heart of the city stands Cardiff Castle, a striking landmark with Roman origins and lavish Victorian Gothic interiors. Walking through its towers and ornate rooms feels like stepping through centuries of Welsh history. Just beyond the castle lies Bute Park, a vast green space filled with trees, gardens, and riverside walks, offering a peaceful escape in the very center of the city. Nearby, in the civic heart of Cardiff, Alexandra Gardens adds another touch of beauty. Surrounded by grand civic buildings, this formal garden is known for its colorful flower beds and the Welsh National War Memorial, making it a tranquil place for reflection and relaxation. Just a short walk away stands the National Museum Cardiff, a treasure trove of art, archaeology, and natural history, featuring everything from impressionist masterpieces to dinosaur fossils. Down by the waterfront, Cardiff Bay captures the modern spirit of the capital. Once the heart of the coal trade, it is today a lively promenade filled with cafes, bars, and restaurants overlooking the water. Boats and yachts glide across the bay, while the impressive Cardiff Bay Barrage creates a vast freshwater lake, perfect for walks and cycling with sweeping views. A highlight for visitors is the Cardiff Bay Ferris wheel, offering panoramic views over the sparkling waters and city skyline. And no visit would be complete without the Principality Stadium, famous for its electric atmosphere during rugby matches and concerts. Together with the City Hall, it represents the pride and passion of Welsh identity, from culture and heritage to sport and celebration. With its blend of history, culture, green spaces, and modern innovation, Cardiff is the perfect showcase of Wales' capital city. The last stop in Wales is the breathtaking Snowdonia National Park, a land of rugged mountains, glacial valleys, and dramatic landscapes that capture the very soul of the country. Covering more than 800 square miles in northwest Wales, Snowdonia is one of the most beautiful and diverse natural regions in the United Kingdom. At its heart rises Mount Snowdon, the highest peak in Wales at 1,085 meters. Adventurers can hike to the summit along several trails, each offering sweeping views over mountains, lakes, and even as far as Ireland on a clear day. Beyond Snowdon itself, the park is filled with glistening lakes like Llandudno and Llanudno, and charming villages such as Bettws Coed, known as the gateway to Snowdonia. Its wild beauty, combined with a deep sense of Welsh identity, makes it the perfect final stop in Wales, a place where nature, history, and culture come together in unforgettable harmony. Crossing into Scotland, our journey brings us to Glasgow, the country's largest city and one of the UK's most vibrant cultural hubs. Known for its grand Victorian architecture, thriving art scene, and warm, welcoming spirit, Glasgow is a city that surprises at every turn. At its heart stands the magnificent Glasgow Cathedral, a medieval masterpiece dating back to the 12th century. Nearby, the atmospheric necropolis, a vast Victorian cemetery, offers sweeping views over the city. The George Square area, surrounded by impressive civic buildings, highlights Glasgow's status as a historic center of industry and innovation. Glasgow is also renowned for its museums and galleries. The Kelvin Grove Art Gallery and Museum is one of the most visited attractions in Scotland, housing everything from Renaissance art to natural history. The prestigious University of Glasgow, founded in 1451, is one of the oldest universities in the English-speaking world. Its striking Gothic towers and atmospheric cloisters have inspired visitors for centuries, and today its campus is celebrated as one of the most beautiful in the United Kingdom. Modern Glasgow, meanwhile, is defined by the Clyde River, which runs through the heart of the city. Along its banks, striking landmarks showcase Glasgow's contemporary spirit. The sweeping arch of the Clyde Arch Bridge, the futuristic OVO Hydro Arena, the distinctive SEC Armadillo with its ship-like design, and the towering Finnieston Crane, a reminder of the city's shipbuilding past. Together, these landmarks tell the story of a city where history and innovation sit side by side. With its mix of history, culture, and vibrant modern life, Glasgow is a city that truly embodies the dynamic spirit of Scotland. From Scotland's largest city, we journey east to its historic capital, Edinburgh, a place where medieval streets, grand architecture, and dramatic landscapes come together to create one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. At the heart of it all stands the iconic Edinburgh Castle, perched high on Castle Rock. For centuries, it has watched over the city, and today it houses the Scottish crown jewels and the Stone of Destiny. From here, the famous Royal Mile stretches down through the Old Town, lined with cobbled streets, historic closes, and lively shops and pubs. Leading all the way to the elegant Palace of Holyrood House, the official royal residence in Scotland. The contrast between the Old Town and the Georgian New Town, with its wide streets and neoclassical buildings, gives Edinburgh a unique character recognized by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. Rising above the city is Arthur's Seat, an ancient volcanic hill within Holyrood Park, offering one of the best viewpoints in Scotland. Modern Edinburgh has its landmarks as well, like the striking Scottish Parliament building, with its bold contemporary design, stands at the foot of the Royal Mile, symbolizing Scotland's modern identity. With its blend of ancient castles, cultural treasures, and lively modern spirit, Edinburgh is not only the capital of Scotland, but also one of the most unforgettable cities in the United Kingdom. Crossing back into Northern Ireland, our journey brings us to Belfast, the vibrant capital of Northern Ireland. Once an industrial giant, Belfast has transformed into a lively city where history, culture, and modern energy come together. At its heart stands the elegant Belfast City Hall, a grand symbol of civic pride. While nearby St. Anne's Cathedral impresses with its Romanesque design and striking spire of hope. The city is also world-famous for its shipbuilding heritage. The RMS Titanic was built here at the Harland and Wolff shipyards. Today, the award-winning Titanic Belfast Museum tells that story through immersive galleries in a striking ship-shaped building. Nearby, the towering yellow cranes known as Samson and Goliath remain enduring icons of the city's maritime past. Modern Belfast, meanwhile, is marked by bold landmarks like the Rise sculpture, a gleaming spherical structure that symbolizes hope and renewal. With its proud heritage, cultural landmarks, and welcoming spirit, Belfast, the capital of Northern Ireland, is a city full of stories waiting to be discovered. Our final stop brings us to none other than London, the bustling capital of England and the United Kingdom. A city where history, culture, and modern life intertwine, London is one of the most important capitals in the world. And with a population of nearly 9 million people, it is also one of the most populous cities in Europe. At its heart lies the iconic Tower of London, a fortress, palace, and prison rolled into one, now home to the dazzling crown jewels. Just beside it stands the majestic Tower Bridge, one of the city's most photographed landmarks. Following the curve of the River Thames, you arrive at Westminster, the political heart of the nation. Here stand the Houses of Parliament and the world-famous Big Ben, symbols of British democracy and power. Alongside the magnificent Westminster Abbey, where monarchs have been crowned for nearly 1,000 years. Not far away is Buckingham Palace, the official London residence of the monarch, where the changing of the guard remains one of the city's most beloved traditions. Modern London rises boldly over the Thames as well. The shimmering Shard, at 310 meters, is the tallest building in the United Kingdom and Western Europe. Its futuristic glass design dominates the skyline, and from its observation deck, visitors can enjoy unmatched views across the capital. London is equally rich in green spaces, with Hyde Park offering a peaceful retreat from the bustle of the city. Famous for its boating lake, open-air concerts, and the Speaker's Corner, it is one of the most iconic royal parks in Britain. And no trip is complete without riding the London Eye, the great Ferris wheel on the Thames, offering one of the city's best panoramas. With its royal palaces, political landmark sands, and cutting-edge skyline, London is not only the grand finale of our journey, but the beating heart of England and the United Kingdom, a city of history, power, and endless discovery. And so, our journey through the United Kingdom comes to an end. From the rugged Highlands of Scotland and the wild coastlines of Northern Ireland, to the rolling hills of Wales and the timeless landmarks of England. We've explored some of the most beautiful and unforgettable places this country has to offer. The UK is a land where history, culture, and breathtaking landscapes come together in perfect harmony. Whether it's ancient ruins, royal palaces, or dramatic cliffs, each stop tells a story. Which of these incredible destinations will you explore first?